On a sweltering summer evening in July 2018, the streets of New York City's Diamond District were bustling with activity. The sidewalks of 47th Street, lined with jewelry stores and financial institutions, seemed to hum with an air of prosperity. But amidst this opulence, a shocking heist was unfolding behind closed doors. The target was none other than Diamond District Credit Corporation, a reputable financial institution with a long history in the industry. At around 5:30 p.m., a group of skilled thieves, estimated to be around 5 individuals, gained entry into the vault through an apparently unassuming side door. Within minutes, they had bypassed state-of-the-art security systems and made their way to the heart of the vault. The heist itself was breathtaking in its audacity. With precision and speed, the thieves began removing stacks of cash from the vault's shelves, loading them into duffel bags and fleeing the scene. The total haul? A staggering $10 million, a figure that would send shockwaves through the financial world and raise more questions than answers. But what's perhaps most astonishing about this heist is not just its sheer scale but also the alleged connections to high-ranking officials within the bank itself. Sources close to the investigation have revealed whispers of embezzlement, kickbacks, and corruption that run deep into the very fabric of Diamond District Credit Corporation. As the dust settles on this brazen crime, one thing becomes increasingly clear: something rotten at the core of this institution led to the perfect storm that allowed these thieves to strike with such impunity. In the coming days, we'll delve deeper into the intricate web of deceit and corruption that enabled this heist, exposing a sordid tale of greed, power struggles, and the darker side of high finance. The sun had barely risen over the concrete canyons of Manhattan's Diamond District on July 17, 2018. The streets were already buzzing with activity as jewelers, bankers, and traders prepared for another day of wheeling and dealing in the world's most exclusive trading hub. But amidst the bustling throngs, a small group of thieves was quietly gathering outside 20 Exchange Place, a nondescript office building that housed the vault of First National Bank. The bank's high-security vault had been designed to safeguard some of the city's most valuable assets, jewels, cash, and sensitive financial data. But on this particular morning, a team of seasoned cat burglars, led by a man known only as Vinny, had other plans. The group consisted of 4 individuals, each with their own unique set of skills and expertise. According to sources close to the investigation, Vinny had spent months casing the bank's security systems, studying the habits of the night guards, and timing the vault's daily routine. His team had also managed to obtain a set of fake ID badges that granted them access to the bank's inner sanctum. It was a plan that had been in the making for years, and one that would ultimately prove to be both ingenious and devastating. As the clock struck 9:45 a.m., Vinny and his crew put their plan into action. With a series of swift and precise movements, they bypassed the bank's security cameras, disabled the alarm system, and made their way to the vault. What followed was a masterclass in high-stakes thievery, a daring heist that would leave investigators scrambling for answers and raise questions about the very fabric of the city's financial underworld. As investigators began to sift through the wreckage of the heist, a disturbing pattern emerged. The thieves had struck with military precision, bypassing even the most advanced security systems and leaving behind no fingerprints, DNA evidence, or surveillance footage that could be directly linked to them. However, it was in the bank's own records that the first cracks began to show. A review of the vault's activity logs revealed a suspicious transaction just hours before the heist, where a large sum of money was withdrawn by a low-level employee named Alexei Petrov. Petrov, a 32-year-old IT specialist with no discernible motive or history of theft, had been employed by the bank for only 6 months. Further digging turned up inconsistencies in Petrov's background check, which had supposedly cleared him for employment just weeks before the heist. A subsequent review of security footage revealed that Petrov had been on the premises late at night on several occasions, accessing areas of the bank that were not part of his job description. But it was the discovery of a cryptic email sent to an unknown recipient from Petrov's personal account that truly raised eyebrows. The message, dated July 15, 2 days before the heist, read simply, "Package ready for pickup." While its meaning remained unclear, investigators became increasingly convinced that Petrov was more than just a hapless insider involved in a botched robbery. As they continued to peel back layers of deceit, authorities began to suspect that the true masterminds behind the $10 million heist might not have been thieves at all, but rather skilled operatives who had manipulated and corrupted their way into the bank's inner workings. The question on everyone's mind was, how far did this corruption extend? As we delve deeper into the shocking true story behind the $10 million heist, it becomes increasingly clear that this was no ordinary crime. The perpetrators demonstrated a level of sophistication and planning that is rare in the world of high-stakes thievery. On July 17, 2018, at exactly 2:55 a.m., a group of skilled thieves breached the vault of Diamond Bank in New York City's Diamond District. Their target was a stash of valuable diamonds and cash, estimated to be worth around $10 million. What's remarkable is that this heist didn't go unnoticed by bank security personnel. Instead, it appears they were deliberately left unattended while the thieves carried out their operation. This raises serious questions about the competence and integrity of Diamond Bank's security team. The sheer audacity with which this crime was executed cannot be overstated. The thieves seemingly had inside information, allowing them to avoid any major obstacles during the heist. It's also worth noting that this brazen act has sent shockwaves throughout the financial community, leaving many to wonder how such a massive breach could have occurred without anyone being held accountable. An examination of similar high-profile heists suggests that the key factor in their success often lies not with advanced technology or sophisticated planning but rather with the presence of compromised insiders. Given the suspicious nature of this crime, it's possible that someone within Diamond Bank may have played a role in facilitating the theft. The aftermath of this heist has also highlighted the inadequacies in current security measures and protocols. It's clear that existing safeguards are no match for determined individuals who possess inside knowledge or have managed to infiltrate even the most secure systems. The real-world implications of such an event can be far-reaching, with potential consequences extending beyond financial losses to questions about the integrity of those entrusted with safeguarding our most valuable assets. As detectives combed through the security footage, a peculiar pattern began to emerge. The thieves didn't seem to be after specific assets or valuables. Instead, they appeared to have systematically looted every safe deposit box in their path. This realization led investigators to a startling conclusion: the true target wasn't the cash itself but rather the high-value items stored within those boxes. One individual who caught detectives' attention was 32-year-old Alexei Petrov, an alleged mastermind with ties to Eastern European organized crime syndicates. Petrov's name had surfaced in previous financial crimes, and his reputation for ruthlessness earned him a spot on the FBI's most wanted list. Surveillance footage revealed a tantalizing glimpse of Petrov at the scene, observed interacting with one of the thieves. It turned out that Alexei Petrov wasn't just any ordinary thief. He had an uncanny familiarity with the bank's inner workings. Insiders claimed that Petrov had been secretly working for a rogue bank insider, who had provided him with intimate knowledge of the facility's security systems and layout. This mole's identity remained shrouded in mystery until investigators uncovered a cryptic email chain between the insider and Alexei Petrov. The emails revealed an intricate web of deceit, as the bank's own employee, 28-year-old Emilia Vasquez, had secretly collaborated with Alexei Petrov to orchestrate the heist. The motive behind this treachery was nothing short of financial opportunism. Both Vasquez and Petrov stood to gain a substantial share of the loot, while also covering their tracks through clever manipulation of the bank's internal systems. The shocking revelation sent shockwaves throughout the financial community, raising uncomfortable questions about security breaches within even the most seemingly secure institutions. As we've delved into the shocking details surrounding the $10 million heist, it's become increasingly clear that the true extent of corruption and deceit involved goes far beyond a simple robbery. The mastermind behind this audacious crime, Alexei Petrov, had been secretly infiltrating the bank's inner workings for months prior to the heist, exploiting weaknesses in the security system and cultivating relationships with corrupt insiders. Petrov's accomplices, comprising of 4 skilled thieves, had their own unique expertise, from safecracking to hacking. Together, they executed a seemingly flawless operation, evading detection and slipping into the shadows with their